Maybe you can already play some basic chords like C major, G major or F major, but you are searching for new ways to make your music more interesting. Then you are exactly in the right place. In this video, I will show you an amazing trick that will take your piano chords to a completely new level. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up, and then let's dive right in. You probably have already learned that when you play a chord with your right hand, you simply play the root note with your left hand. That means if you play a C major triad, then you play a C in your left hand, or the octave C in your left hand. And when you play a G major triad, then you know, okay, just play the root with your left hand or the octave in your left hand. Or if you play an F major triad, then you know, okay, when you just play the root note in the bass, then everything's all right. So far, so good. But today we do one little thing differently. And the beautiful thing is, it's also very easy. Look, I will play the C major triad now, and then I switch to the G major, but only with my right hand. In the left hand, I simply stay on the C in the bass. Like this, isn't that genius? And we will do the same with F major. We play F major with the right hand, but in the left hand, we stay on the C. And look how beautiful this sounds. Let's go back to the G again. And in the bass, we stay on the C. Okay? And like this, we get very interesting colors. This is known in music as the pedal point. This is when the harmonies on the top change, while the bass note stays always the same. So that means we are moving harmonies all over the same bass note. And that instantly sounds tense and exciting and immediately so much more interesting than if we would just play the normal chords the usual way. And let's listen again to the difference. These are the normal chords: C major, then G major, F major, G major. And if we apply the trick with the bass note, then this sounds like this. We get C major, then G over C, then F over C, and G over C again. So this sounds really interesting and beautiful. We start on C major, then go only with the right hand to G major, then only with the right hand to F major, then only with the right hand to G major. Now I want to give you a few ideas how you can apply this principle practically, and I will also give you a few different rhythms in different levels. By the way, you can also download the free PDF with the sheet music for this lesson. Just have a look below in the video description. There you will find a link to download. Idea number 1. Here we play the chords in the right hand just as quarter notes. So we start on C major, like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play along with me. We start on C major, right? Then go to G major, to F major, and back to G major. Let's look at idea number 2. Here we add some offbeat eighths with the left thumb. Let's say in bar 1 and 3 we will add an extra offbeat note on the 4 and in bar 2 and 4 we will add an extra offbeat note on the 3 and the 4 and. Okay, let's look how this sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, and I only play the offbeat note with the thumb, while the pinky is weighting the whole bar. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. So another time together. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now idea number 3. Here we will build in some nice arpeggios. That means we don't play the chord notes all at once, like this. Instead, we play the chord notes in a specific order, like a pattern. Let me explain. So we start from the top to the bottom, play all 3 notes down, and then once again. But the rhythm goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Same thing on G major: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now F major: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to G major: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Play along with me: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do it a little bit faster. 3 and 4 and. Now G over C, F over C, and G over C. Once again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, all right. And now I'm curious, which of these 3 rhythms so far you like the best? Write me in the comments below. And now we come to the last rhythm that I want to show you. This rhythm is already a bit more complex, and I will play it first for you. I've notated above what exactly the 2 hands are doing, and by the way, the sheet music for this tutorial you can also download. Check the video description or have a look in the comments, there you will find the link. So let's have a look together at the last rhythm. Let's have a look at the left hand first. Here we are playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And this you repeat exactly like this in every bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is the left hand, and now let's have a look at the right hand, okay? So here you start with all 3 notes of the chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we have chord, thumb, chord, thumb, chord. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Chord, thumb, chord, thumb, chord. So once you have that, you can try to play both hands together. So on the 1 we play 1 and. This is the first step. 1 and. Then you start with the right hand alone, okay? 1 and 2 and. Okay? 1 and 2 and. So until here, once again, 1 and 2 and. Then on the 3 comes the thumb next, and you play thumb, thumb. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and. Yeah? 3 and. Thumb, thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yeah? On the 4 we play 4 and. Right, left. Once again the whole bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once again. 1 and thumb, chord, thumb, thumb, chord, thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you can do this faster and faster. Yeah, until this flows just naturally. And then you are doing the same rhythm on the G major. And in the left hand, you are staying on the C. Yeah? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. F major. And back to G major. Let's play it once again, the whole chord progression. So we start 3 and 4 and. Okay, all right. And I think this sounds like a rock song in the 80s or so. Now, one pro tip at the end. If you are comfortable with inversions, then you are going to really enjoy this because it sounds really great. You can now, of course, also play the inversions of the chords above, and then we get new colorings of sound. For example, you could play C major in root position in first inversion or second inversion. Or when you go now to the G major, there you also can play the root position, first or second inversion. Same thing with F major. Look, this is root position, first inversion, second inversion, and then you get really different variations how this all can sound. And then you can try out one of the 4 rhythms and try out some different inversions. For example, when we take the arpeggios and I start with C major in second inversion, G major root position, F major first inversion, and back to C major in the second inversion. Look how differently this starts to sound. And you don't have to use always the nearest inversion. So feel free to move over the whole keys. And if you still struggle finding chords and inversions so quickly, then I warmly recommend my course Modern Piano 1. There you learn from the beginning how you manage to let inversions flow smoothly into your playing, and the link you will find below in the video description. And I have another tip for you. Also try other keys. That's also a principle that I explain in my course, and it's really fun when you try such examples in other keys as well, because then it sounds completely different and it can bring you totally new inspiration. For example, I now will do the same principle in the key of D major. So really nice, and that's it for today's video. I hope you are now well stocked with input, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any piano tips, and I hope to see you soon in my online course or in the next video.